There were 21 interviews, and I probably sifted through more than 100 people to get the 21 who would actually sit for the interviews.
Some of these families had been interviewed to death, and they just wanted to get a little peace. But the fact that we had students doing the interviewing made a difference to some of them.
A lot of the families didn't want to talk to us. They've talked out. You know, in the 10 years that have intervened, they might have been interviewed, they might not. Maybe they were on with new lives. Maybe some of the widows had remarried and moved on. So it was very difficult to find the students.
I feel like we grew up really fast in those few weeks. We had to learn to put a guard up because everybody wanted to know something.
It's one thing to hear of 2,000 or 3,000 people dying in a horrible disaster. It's another to meet the people who were affected by it and see how it changed their lives. It's something you can't really explain to people. They have to learn it for themselves.
It actually made me the person I am today. Very strong, emotionally. One of my aunts used to always tell me that this will strengthen who you are and you can always help other people with this tragic event that happened.
Some of these young people went through their own particular hell. Their parent died. Their grief was very public. They had to watch pictures again and again of the planes going into the towers.
I still remember from the funeral, like the smell of the incense and bagpipes, and ever since then, I just like whenever I hear bagpipes or smell incense, it just like brings back those memories. I hate it.
One was this story about this young woman who and this is in the book, how her father always loved to watch her dance. And when he died in 9/11, at first she gave up dancing.
So after he had passed away, I felt like there was no reason to do that anymore. But then my mom was like, he's watching you wherever he is. So I made that my life, and I passed it on to my students, and I know that wherever he is, he's watching.
The people in 9/11 who died were real people who had real families and especially real children. And they're not just statistics.
Obviously, we won't forget them. Like, they're always in our hearts.
We personalized 9/11, and nobody else has done this to my knowledge. There have been interviews with some of these children, but none to this level. So I think this book is a unique product.